Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and Bleach kicked the hype levels up to 13 today with their episode, because from beginning, middle, and to end, it was the hypest thing ever. It's wild. I think one of the best parts of the episode is actually us seeing Sasakibi's backstory, because his interactions with Yamamoto are honestly kind of forgotten about throughout the show, but we really get to see that no, he's really been his right-hand man for years upon years, and this is their backstory. And to just see how utterly disrespected Yamamoto was when Sasakiba's Bankai was used against him was honestly fantastic. It was so great. The second he did that, I was like, oh, you're gonna die. You're dying in a really vicious way, and that definitely happened. So without further ado, let's get straight into it and talk about Bleach 1000 Year Blood War, episode 5 today, because this series, man, they're trying to do something here. They're trying to do something special. So our episode today literally begins with a broadcast being broadcast over the entire Sarate, saying, all captains, all lieutenants, roger, can you hear me? Over, over. Substitute Soul Reaper, Ichigo Kurosaki, is heading to Soul Society to save your ass for the 7th time at this point. And it's really true if you think about it. Like, for people that really don't like to rely on Ichigo, they really rely on Ichigo. You know what I mean? As we just see all the faces of people that are like, Ichigo's coming. Oh my goodness. And Kenpachi's juiced. He's like, yo, he's on the way, huh? We're getting into a real battle here. But then Akon realizes that something might be wrong as he says, Ichigo's spiritual pressure in the garganta, it just disappeared all of a sudden. As he tells his people to go to the Senkaimon exit to go help Ichigo out if something's wrong, which it is. But all of a sudden, the wall of the research center gets smashed in, and it's Jindambo! If you guys remember from early Bleach, the guard, and he's being controlled by a Sternritter as he just completely annihilates everyone in there. And as we transition to Ichigo, who's finally able to get in touch with Akon on the phone, he just hears screams and all the panic and worry of the people on the other side and spirits in the Soul Society, and he just gets filled with dread. He even hears Rukia and Renji. And think of it this way, guys. Ichigo's entire thing, what he wants to do above all, his entire motivating characteristic is he wants to protect his friends. He wants to protect his loved ones no matter what, because he lost his mother at such a young age and he feels responsible for it. So his entire motivating factor is wanting to protect his friends. So to hear the screams and the pleas of the people in Soul Society that he's come to bond with over time is like the worst thing you could ever do to Ichigo. And he gets enraged in this situation and desperately tries to break out of this cage. And it's here we transition back to Quilgi and Wako Mundo as he's saying, it seems Ichigo's on a rampage inside. But it's no use because His Majesty granted me this letter J. Quilgi Opie the jail. There's no way you can escape from that prison. As he turns his attention to Chad and Onohime and says, I should probably eliminate all of you as well. And right before he's about to do it, he just gets split in half by someone we don't even see. And I think I remember who this is, guys, but I don't remember it being so early. And if you know, you know. If it is, we'll definitely talk about it when this gets revealed if it's who I think it is. But for now, he gets split in half and everyone there is shook. And it's here we transition to Byakuya's fight, and he's just getting worked over, guys. He's getting beat on. As Renji tries to help him and he tells him, stop. Stay back and I want you to watch me fight. I need you to analyze the situation and check out his abilities so you can defeat him in the future. And it makes total sense, honestly. He tells Renji that I'm going to draw out his abilities. I want you to stay there and watch. But then all of a sudden, he realizes that, why does it feel like my limbs are freezing? Are those thorns of lights of his covered in some kind of poison? As Sternritter F actually talks for the first time and tells him, I see you've noticed. You're wondering if it's a poison, aren't you? It's not. It's something you've lost a long time ago. Retrace your memories. as he gets revealed to be Stern Rider F for fear, as he starts explaining his ability a bit and how it's a little unorthodox, but it makes you feel fear, essentially. Like, it makes you hesitant to do anything. Like, should I do this move? Should I do that move? What if I do this and then he does that, you know? It makes you hesitant to do anything out of fear. And if you think about it, it's a really strong ability on a battlefield where every split-second decision could be the matter of life or death. It's a really scary ability in that regard. As Byakuya charges at him and says, "Ridiculous. There is no battle without fear. I have accepted and overcome my fear of battle. I gained the strength to move forward." But then all of a sudden, he gets stabbed. As Stern Rider F tells him, fear can be conquered by experience, huh? The stronger and more experienced you are, the harder you fall for the illusion. As he tells him that true fear has no cause. That's because it's not an emotion, it's an instinct. True fear has no cause or limits. It crawls up your body like countless flies. And the visual representation they use in this scene is honestly incredibly disturbing, but really well done. I think they did a phenomenal job with this scene. Really showcasing, like, this is fear. As he tells him that we cannot escape our instincts. But Byakuya snaps out of it and starts attacking him again. But Stern Rider F really took Byakuya down like a savage. As he takes out, I guess you'd say medallion, pendant, whatever it is, and activates it. And Byakuya's Bankai comes out of it. And as Byakuya is standing there staring down his own Bankai, you actually see a genuine look of fear on his face as he gets torn to shred by his own power. It's a truly wild scene. And Renji actually tries to jump in and defend Byakuya. And we just see that Rukia from a distance apparently knows this is going on and decides to run to them. But then we just hear, "Are you turning your back towards the enemy during battle?" As all of a sudden, Rukia apparently gets cut down right then and there. Like, she didn't do nothing! As we see that Stern Rider F is just playing with Renji, even using his Bankai against Renji now, too. As Byakuya actually stands back up, only to get hit more and more with his own attack. As he just gets sent into the wall and just gets bombarded with Zenbone Zakura petals. And Renji tries to jump in to save him, but he gets sent flying by the previous Stern Ritter that we saw earlier. As we just transition to Byakuya, and he's not looking good. As we see Renji's down, Rukia's down, it's a bloodbath. As we see Byakuya's sword shatter as he says, "Forgive me." They were really just not ready for this threat at all, guys. Like, holy shit. And it's here we transition to one of the best scenes in the episode. As we see Kenpachi just run up on Bak like, "Are you the boss of these losers?" As he just throws down the body of 3 Stern Ritters he stomped out. As it's revealed to be Stern Ritters Q, R, and Y. He says, "The first big guy was trash. I split him in 2. The second guy really got on my nerves, so I tore his throat out. The third guy wasn't too bad. He transformed into me after all. I struggled a bit because I was fighting myself." But that just means I had to become stronger than his impression of me. Kenpachi is a beast, bro. He is a savage. As he actually ends up charging at Bak. And it's here we transition to Shuhei just getting casually tossed around like a doll, you know. A pretty common occurrence in the Soul Society. As we just hear, "It sucks to be so weak, doesn't it, Lieutenant?" And these words come from Stern Ritter O, the Overkill. As he tells him, "Whether it be friend or foe or beast, the more I kill, the stronger I get. I've already killed 100 people since I got here today. I remember killing a lieutenant just like you." As we transition to Kiba getting smashed into the wall. He's the one that killed him. And as he throws the same spear he killed Sasakiba with, Yamamoto comes, swats that shit aside, and he's just like, "This shit ends now." As O tells him, I came here for you, Head Captain. I'm gonna use your subordinate's Bankai to end your life. As he actually uses Sasakibe's Bankai against him. Koko Gonryu Rikyu. As O says that, I heard this guy hasn't used his Bankai in over 2,000 years. You get to see it once more. Just the utter disrespect is insane. And he has a really cool Bankai, honestly. It's another one besides Hyorinmaru that can control the weather. Instead of ice, though, he can control lightning. And as Genryusai gets hit by it, he actually goes back and remembers the time he has with Sasakiba. And just how close they really were. How much he actually respected this man in front of him. How he completely dedicated himself to being his right-hand man. As he says himself that a right-hand man must be one who can compensate for the things that you are unable to handle. Meaning everything you can't do, I have to be there to help you do it. And the first time that Sasakiba showed Yamamoto his Bankai, Yamamoto was left kind of speechless at it, saying it was a magnificent Bankai, as he even left the other scar across his head, showing that he really left an impression on Yamamoto. And in this one little scene, we really see the deep history that these two characters have had with each other. And I don't remember much of Sasakiba throughout the show, honestly. Like, he was always there, but I don't remember us really getting an arc that focused on him. So, in just like a couple minutes to show us this deep history, I think was very well done. And just goes to show you that Yamamoto takes this personal. As Yamamoto says, Chojuro, I can feel your frustration. I understand your anger very well. Because I know the Bankai that you had honed is absolutely not this weak, as he just eviscerates O, like completely melts his entire body. His face melts away. He blows him completely away out of pure anger. As he says, I'm finally able to give you a proper send-off. Farewell, my friend. And Yamamoto is a savage, dude. He's like, no, I can't send you off by burning your body. I have to send you off by killing the man that killed you. I can totally respect that. Like, nah. He killed one of my great friends. You have to die. As he tells Shuhei that do not worry. Every last member of the rebel army, I will slaughter them with my own hand. As he jumps into the fold, and it's crazy. He is so unbelievably mad. As we see all the captains realize that he's furious. And I think Shunsui says it best himself when he says, Old Man's Yama's spiritual pressure is reverberating throughout the entire Serete. It feels like he's scolding me, as if he's saying, I don't remember raising you to be a coward who'd struggle against an enemy of this level, as he charges forward. Basically, he's saying that, how the hell can we be on the ground defeated when we have him behind our back? When we have his spiritual pressure surrounding us, there's no way we'll be defeated by someone like you. But our episode doesn't end there, as we transition to Bach saying, one of the special threats, Kenpachi Zaraki. Is that the best you can do? As we see that Bach has completely destroyed Kenpachi. He took him out. He's done. He defeated him with ease. As we just see Yamamoto pull up, and it's hype. As he says, it's been 1,000 years, hasn't it, you watch? I've come to put an end to your life, as the episode ends. And it is an absolutely insane episode from start to finish. Let me tell you guys now. The next 2 weeks of Bleach are going to be crazy. They're going to be wild. It's going to be so hype. You thought this was hype? You ain't seen hype yet. We're getting into hype. I absolutely remember this coming up. And I can't wait to do it with you guys. Oh, man. Next week's going to be so crazy. I'm so happy. Oh, man. Bleach is back, man. I say that almost every episode, but I love that. So you guys let me know what you thought of the episode down below. But until next time, guys, I hope you have a great day, week, month, and year. And until then, deuces, have a blessed day, and don't get Yamamoto pissed off. I'll see you guys next time.